and we are back with our Batman the Animated Series episodes commentary. And today's episode is a very action-driven one called Off Balance, which is an episode that we're gonna have the villain Vertical and the first appearance of TALIA al Ghul in this show. So let's go. As usual, in my countdown, we can give it a play and watch the episodes together. I'm gonna count to 3 so you can watch in your DVD box set or Blu-ray box set or streaming service with Batman the Animated Series, alright? So let's go. In 3, 2, 1, let's play. The Warner Bros. Logo is on the screen. And yes, Off Balance is an episode that has a James Bond style of narrative in terms of action and also a mystery that Batman has to unravel. And in this mystery case, he will find a partner in TALIA al Ghul, that famously in the comics and in many stories is one of the loves of his life. And for the first time, here we're gonna see her, and both will partner in this very spy or espionage thriller kind of adventure that, to be honest, I really love, and is one of the aspects of Batman that I love to see every time it is portrayed in any media. And yes, this episode, as a kid, I don't remember having watched on television. Is one of those that I probably lost in my Sunday morning watchings of this show in my television being broadcast, right? So anyway, the episode starts with a Statue of Liberty. Just like Batman Forever, we have here a Statue of Liberty, kind of like Lady Gotham, right? That we see in that movie. And here we have Batman meeting a guy on the torch of the statue, and Batman is asking this guy called Twitch about information about the League of Shadows. Is the League of Shadows or League of Assassins? I need to catch the name again in the subtitles. But during the conversation, these guys dressed in black and wearing these claws that are going up the Statue of Liberty. They are climbing the arm of the statue to get to Batman and this guy, because he is giving extreme information that is very revealing about their organization. So their intention is to catch the guy and kill him. So one of the funny things about these guys is that they were using these claws to climb the Statue of Liberty. And that kind of reminds me of X-Men, the first one, with Wolverine fighting Sabretooth on the top of the Statue of Liberty. So anyway, that's a funny thing. One of the most shocking things about the beginning of these episodes is that these guys, they are almost like ninjas, or at least they are agents of the organization. They actually kill the guy, this Twitch guy. They throw him from the top of the statue into the ocean down below, and the guy just dies. That's kind of awesome for a cartoon, that's supposed to be for kids. And then Batman fights these guys a little in the torch, and then they shoot a rope into the head of the statue, and they zip line until the head. Batman goes after them and kicks them, but then they trigger a device inside their hoods that releases a gas that kills them. So we have more 2 kills in the beginning of this episode. It's literally, I never seen, or I don't remember seeing an episode that we have so many kills or deaths in the beginning of a story here in the show. And I love this. I think, in fact, only TV series like the new one. Why am I blanking out in the new animation that we've just seen? Caped Crusader, right? Only in a TV show like this that is assumed as a adult cartoon, you would see these kinds of deaths. But here right here we had this beginning that sometimes I just forget that exists, with three guys dying in the beginning of the story. So this is kind of awesome. And then Batman goes visit to Commissioner Gordon. He is in a shooting gallery training his shooting skills, and he talks with Gordon about the information that he got from Twitch. And one of the names of the terrorists that are associated with the League of Assassins or League of Shadows group that he was trying to get information is a guy called Vertigo. Vertigo is a villain from the comics, and also a character that has been portrayed many times in some TV shows, like the CW shows, right? I think he appears on Arrow or something like that. So it is a character that is featured in many medias related to DC, right? Then we go to this scene that is a cargo transportation bringing some tech from Wayne Enterprises into a dock. And we have Lucius Fox with Harvey Bullock taking care or protecting the transportation and the cargo, so that the whole thing goes smoothly and with no problems. But then suddenly we get this amazing scene where we have the whole scenario, the whole dock starts to twist around itself, and it becomes this kind of nightmare-filled image scenario. And this is actually a effect of the Vertigo technology. He has this eye patch that creates a wave of vertigo in people, and they feel like they want to throw up, or they can't stand on their feet, and the whole image of the surroundings becomes twisted. And well, that's the power of this guy. And then we finally have Batman arriving at the dock, and he starts to fight Vertigo. So Vertigo is part of this group, this League of Assassins group, and he uses the power against Batman, and the same thing happens to him. Actually, this is a very cool animation in this specific scene, because we have the whole place, or the whole dock, like I said, twisting around itself, almost like, I don't know, all things go soft, right? And start to move around in a way that even you as an audience watching this episode, you kind of go a little, I don't know, dizzy watching the whole thing. The vertigo also affects you. And then Talia al Ghul arrives, and she shoots a arrow at Batman, and helps Vertigo to escape from the dock in an airplane. And so, you know, this whole plot is very James Bond or spy thriller like. You know, you have this organization trying to steal a very important technology, and Batman tries to stop them, but isn't able at first. So now he has to find the tracks to go after the organization and discover what are their plans. And then we go to the Batcave, where Batman analyzes some clues, and we have this very fun moment, as usual, with Alfred cleaning the big coin of Two-Face that is on the cave, or in the cave. And as we remember, this coin was taken from the episode Almost Got Him, in the little flashback with Two-Face. So now we have Alfred cleaning the coin using a big ladder to climb it up and clean some stenches on the thing. And then Batman finds the right clues, and all of them take him to this castle in a specific region. I don't know if it is in Gotham or in another country, but he goes there, and he is watching the security around the castle through a binocular, and this is very interesting because the ninjas are the guys who work for the organization, the goons, let's speak like this. They are already there at the place, and they know that he is coming. And then we see Talia al Ghul in the forest, walking down the forest around the castle, and she gets attacked by this group of goons from the secret organization, which is kind of weird because at first we thought that she was with them, right? And now we see that she's not, probably. And Batman also arrives to kick their asses and help her, which is very cool. And then we see this first connection between them, where both join as a pair to fight the goons. And it's a very cool fight scene. Batman takes one of the guys and lifts him above his head with both arms, and then tosses him in another guy. Again, it's like that that element of James Bond, that we have a femme fatale, you know. There's always the Bond girl, right? The Bond girl usually is this nice girl or the girl that he has to save. And then we have the femme fatale girl that usually he also has sex interactions with or a romance with, to be a little more discreet. And but in the end, she might be on the two sides, or she might betray him, you know, in the plot. And both of them are fall into a trap. They both fall into a hole that is created by the gun. Actually, I didn't mention before, the technology that Vertigo stole from the cargo transportation of Lucius Fox is this gun that uses sound waves to destroy, I don't know, whatever. So one of the goons used this gun against Batman and Talia and destroyed the ground beneath their feet, so they fell into a hole. And now they are in this room, trapped inside, and in a place inside the castle. And Talia was taking care of his wounds, especially in his face. So she saw who he is. She saw his identity. She removed his mask. And at first, Bruce goes completely shocked that she knows who he is, but she doesn't make a big deal out of it. So he just puts his mask back on, and they go back to work. So she opens the door of the place. She finds a way to open the door, and both escape from the place they were imprisoned. And now it starts what I believe is the best section of the whole episode, because we're gonna have action scene after action scene during their escape from the place, right? And this is very cool. Talking about Talia and Ra's al Ghul and the whole League of Assassins scenario and stories, I made a video about one of the most classic stories of Batman and the League of Assassins in the comics. It is here in the channel if you want to watch it. Check the playlist Batman Comics Recap that I have here in the channel. And the second video that I have there is about this comic called The Son of the Demon, that has a story with Batman, Talia, Ra's al Ghul, and a very James Bond plot where they fight terrorists, right? So I like this kind of stories, and I like the League of Assassins. Obviously, we had in Nolan's Christopher Nolan's trilogy, we had an exploration of the League of Shadows, right? As it is called in there, and I liked that version. I think it's very fitting with the tastes of Christopher Nolan. That he's a James Bond fanboy, right? So he loves these kinds of stories as well, and to be able to put Batman in them is very cool. And anyway, the only thing that was lacking in there is a little of the supernatural element of Ra's al Ghul's stories, right? With the whole Lazarus Pit, the whole idea of immortality that is so cool about that character. And I truly hope that now that we probably, I think 97% of chance we're gonna have a Ra's al Ghul and Talia al Ghul exploration in Batman the Brave and the Bold, the new movie from the James Gunn universe. I hope that they go into that element of the Lazarus Pit, the immortality. It makes so many interesting stories for this group of characters. And in the animation, in this series, we have these stories with Ra's al Ghul. This is, for me, this episode here, it's an introduction to a bigger plot that will go through the series. That is, we have Batman meeting Talia al Ghul and having a first crush on her. And then we're going to have maybe 4 more episodes in the whole show with Ra's al Ghul. 5 if we count one episode in Superman, the animated series, that truly delve into this whole immortality idea that I love so much. And the stories are absolutely great, not only in terms of this James Bond style, but because the whole supernatural elements as well. We just don't have Robin, Damian Wayne, thank God, in this version here. But anyway, so this is the introduction to this bigger plot that I really love in this show. We just had a scene now that is my favorite in the whole episode, where Batman and Talia get together and as partners help each other to go through the traps of Vertigo, because he uses a weapon to make them feel Vertigo inside this section of the castle filled with traps. So they go through, spikes that come out from the floor. They are able to jump over them. Then they also are able to duck when there are these arrows that come to kill them. And all because Batman closes his eyes and avoids the Vertigo to help Talia also escape these traps. And it is a fantastic scene in this episode. It really is. And solidifies this whole partnership, or even romantic partnership, that they have. And then we have this very good climax as well. I love this climax in the top of a tower in the castle. In the cave. I'm thinking about the Batcave. We have this huge tower in the castle that Vertigo is. He has climbed the tower, and it is on the top of it where there is this bell house, or a house with these bells. And Batman and Talia are also climbing the tower, and Vertigo uses his weapon against them to make them feel Vertigo, and they almost fall from the staircase that they are using to climb the tower. And then he also uses the weapon, the Wayne attack, to destroy some of the steps of the stairs. And now, without stairs to climb it up, Talia jumps on a rope to ring the bells, the giant bells on the bell tower that Vertigo is in. And this causes a huge noise. Batman also jumps on another rope to help her, and the big noise makes Vertigo insane, and he jumps from the top of the tower I love this scene. He jumps from the top of the tower straight into a river bed running beside the castle. And the chopper that was gonna come to grab Vertigo just decides to leave since the man died. And during the fall of Vertigo, Batman was able to retrieve the Wayne Tech gun, and now he and Talia are leaving the place. They seem very happy about everything, but then we have the reveal that Talia, like I said before, is actually a villain. She is a femme fatale, right? So she points a weapon to Batman, and she demands the Wayne Tech weapon for her. And it is revealed that actually she wasn't helping Vertigo in the beginning of the episode. She was actually letting him take the weapon so she could also get from him later. And now that they got it, she gets it from Batman, and this airplane arrives to get her, to pick her up. She runs with the weapon, and she calls Ra's al Ghul to send him the news. And we see him watching her in this big screen inside a location that is not revealed. But we finally get a first glimpse of Ra's al Ghul in the show, and this is fantastic. And Talia seems very happy about her job. She was able to get the weapon for herself, and she's gonna test it to see if everything is okay. But what she didn't realize is that before Batman handed her the weapon, he put a little device on it to sabotage the weapon. So when she presses the trigger on it to use it, the whole thing breaks, right? And gets destroyed. So she gets very frustrated, and she tells her dad, and Ra's al Ghul turns to the camera and says, "Aha, this detective guy is really a great match for him." And this is it. We have the ending of Off Balance. What did you think about these episodes? I really like it. I think it's one of those that really have a different style of storyline, like I said, in the style of a James Bond adventure, and I really, really love that. So anyway, thank you so much. If you watched this commentary, don't forget to watch the other episodes' commentaries, and also don't forget to leave your beloved like in this video and your most welcomed subscription in this channel if you are liking the content of BATGUS. Alright? See you in the next Bat video, and bye-bye.